Welcome to Kendra's Artistic Crochet Designs. Today we are finishing up our American Hat Diamond. And whenever I went to do it with the video, the first 3 rows didn't go through for some reason. So, hang on a second. Let me go get the... So this is what I'm going to do. For 26 and 27, I'm going to tell you exactly which ones that you need to do, because you guys know how to do this stitch. Just remember, that when you're doing row 26, because row 25 had 25 rows, row 26 is going to have 24 rows because you're decreasing on both ends. Okay, so you were going to chain 1, turn, slip stitch in the first 2 stitches, and in the 3rd stitch you're going to start your square. Okay, and you are going to start with a that color, this color right there. You're going to start with that. Okay. That's a navy blue. There you go. I couldn't think of it. All right, so you'll start with a navy blue, and then the next 2 squares will be blue, the background blue. Okay, and then navy is next. 1 navy blue, 1 white, 3 navy blue, 1 white, 1 navy blue. Then you're going to do 2 royal blue, 2 white, 1 royal blue, 2 white, 2 red, 1 navy, 3 background blue, and 1 navy. So that is row 26. In row 26, you should have 24. Yeah, 24 squares by the end of that. Then row 27, you're going to do a royal blue and 2 background blue, 1 royal blue, 1 red, 3 white, 1 red, and 3 royal blue, 2 white, 1 navy, 2 white, 1 navy, 2 white, 2 background blue, and 1 navy. So, and you should have 23 squares in row 27. Row 28 is 1 navy, 1 background blue, 1 navy, 4 white, 1 navy, 1 royal, 1 white, 3 royal, 2 red, 3 white, 1 royal, 2 background blues, and 1 royal. And that should finish up. The video, my video starts out at the end of row 28. So the rest of the video should be fine. And I do apologize for that. And I don't know why that happened. Maybe I need to get some new cards or something. So anyway, this is what we are finishing up today, and this is looking pretty good. I like it. So cool. All right, so anyway, I apologize for that, but you'll just have to pause my video as you go on your rows. All right, we'll see you later. And here we go. With the navy in here. All right. All right, so this is what we have for row 28. Let's mark that off and then get ready for row 29. Okay, chain 1 and turn. We don't have our whole, hang on a minute. That split the ends there. Alright, so now we're going to start off with our navy, as we usually do in this pattern. And then we're going to switch over to our blue. And we need one blue here. And then switching back over to our navy. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. We need one navy. And then we need to switch over to our white. And we need two white. So there's one. And two. And then we need our red. And now we need three red. So there's one. Two. And three. And then we need our white again. Alright, so now we need one white. That red's going to stay. And then we're going to switch up to our blue. Wait a minute. There we go. This is the royal blue. So we need two royal blue after that white. And then we need two white. Bring the royal blue with us. We're going to need it. So there's one. and 2, and then we need to put 1 royal blue in. And we can leave it behind. And then we need to go to our white. And now we need 5 white. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we're going to leave it behind, and we need a regular blue. So we just need 1 blue and 1, which is our background color, and 1 navy, and that's going to finish off this row. All right. And there it is. So the hat's starting to come together. That's pretty cool. All right, so let's mark off row 29. And then we'll get started on row 30. So row 30, we should have 20 squares in row 30. So let's slip stitch in the first 2 stitches, and then we're going to start our first square with the navy blue. And then we're going to switch over to, oh, no, we need 2 navy blue actually. So there's 1. I'm going to bring this background color with me though. I'm going to need it later on. So we just need 2 navy blues here, and then we're going to switch over to white, and we need 2 white. So there's 1. And 2. And then we need our navy blue here. Oh, I'm not even doing that right. Wait a minute. No, I'm looking at the wrong one. I apologize. We need 4 white. So there's 2 navy blue, and now we need 4 white, and then a navy. I wondered, I was like, that wasn't looking right. All right, so there's 1. Oh, there's 2. I need 2 more. There's 3. And then 4. All right, and now we go over to our navy and put a navy blue in here. All right, and then we need a royal blue. And we need 4 royal blue. So there's 1. Oh, I need another stitch in there. 2. 3. And 4. And then we need our white. All right, but the navy blue gets left behind. So we just did four royal, 2 white, and 3 red. So there's 1. Oh, dang it. I didn't leave that red behind. Hang on a second. I'm going to have to grab it over there. And 2. And then now 3 red. Are we going to need that white? Yes, we're going to need that white again. So we're still carrying that white. So there's 1. 2. And 3. And then we're going to switch over to the white. Leaving that red behind now. And I need 1 white. And then I'm going to need a navy, blue, and navy to finish this off. 1 navy, 1 blue, and 1 navy. There we got that. That is the back side. Okay, so anyway, row 30, 20 squares in row 30. All right. We're going to mark that off and get ready for 31. All right. Alright, so let's chain 1 and turn for row 31. And now we're going to slip stitch in the first 2 stitches and start our square in the third. And then we need our background blue next. And then we're going to need that navy after that. So it's navy, blue, navy to start us out here. And then we're going to need the red. Now, why is that? I thought I fixed that. All right. So let's bring up our red. And then we're going to bring our white with us. But we are going to need 3 red. So there's 1, 2, and 3. All right, so we got navy, blue, the red, and the white. And now we need our white. So let's switch over to the white. And I need 2 white. We're going to bring this red with us because we're not done with it. So there's 1, 2, and then 1 red. We need that white yet, so let's hold on to the white. But we just need 1 red here, and then we can leave that red behind. Hang on a minute. Let's get the blue up here first. Then we can leave that red behind. Alright. Alright, so now we need 3 of these royal blues. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And we're done with that, and then we need our navy blue. And we need 2 navy blue. So there's 1 and 2 And then we need our whites. And we need 3 whites. And then 2 navy blue at the end. So, and that'll finish off this row. So 3 white, leave it there, and just, well, first of all, I think I better put another stitch in there. I don't have enough stitches. Bring the navy blue in. Okay, so there is row 31. I'll mark it off. Chain 1 and turn. Alright, we actually need 2 navies. I'm bringing this blue up, and I should have never brought this blue down with me, and I wasn't thinking. That blue should have stayed at the other end. Two navies then, and then we're going to switch over to white. And we need 2 white. So there's 1, 2, and then we need to switch over to our navy again and put 1 navy, and then 1 background color blue, and 1 navy. And then we need our royal blue. And this is the last time we need the royal blue. We're all done with it. Alright, just 1 royal blue there. And then we're going to switch over to white. And then we need one white, and two red. So one, and two, and then back into the white. And we need three white. So there's one, two, and three. And then we need our red again. So two red, or there was three white, one red. And then we need the navy. So now we just need, oh goodness gracious. That white needs to stay there. And now we just need navy, blue, and navy. One navy, one blue, one navy, and that should finish off this row. All right, so there's that. That is row 32. Done. And we finished off our royal blue, and so we can cut it off. Right here. We cut that off and get that out of there. All right. So 33, we're going to chain one and turn and start off with our royal blue. No, royal blue. We got rid of that. Navy blue. And then we need to, we got our navy blue and now our regular background color blue. I'm just putting one in here. And then we go back to our navy and we need a navy in here. All right, now from here we need white. We're going to bring our red up with us and carry it as well right here. So we need 3 white here. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And then we need 2 red, so 1, and 2. And then we're going to go back to our white, and we need 1 white, and then 2 red. There it is. So the white can stay there now. Now I need 2 red, because we're all done with the white. So there's 1 and 2. We're done with the red. We need our regular background color blue. And we need 2 of those. So there's 1 and 2. And then we need our navy. And then we need 3 or 4 navy to finish this off. So 4 navy will finish this off. So we're going to leave that blue there. And so there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, row 33 finished. Our hat is shaping up. $33 is done. $34 is next. Chain 1 and turn. And let's slip stitch in the first 2 stitches and start our square in the third. And we're starting off with 1 navy, and we're going to bring this blue down because we need 4 blue next. This is the background color blue now. So we need 4 of these. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we need a navy blue. Put 1 navy here. And then we're going to switch over to red. So let's bring up our red. And we need one red, and switching over to white, we need 2 white, so there's 1, and 2, and then we did 1 red, 2 white. Now we're going back to the red, and we need 2 red, and then 2 white. But this red can be left behind here. We don't need that red, but we're going to put 2 white in here. And then we just need navy blue navy. And that finishes everything off. And there's 34. Alright, so now row 35. Chain 1 and turn. And 35, you should have 15 squares. Let's start out with our navy. And we're going to start out with navy blue navy. So 1 navy, 1 blue, 1 navy. And then we need to go to our white. And we are needing 1 white, and then switching to our red. We need 2 red. And then we're going to switch back over to our white and do 2 whites. And then 1 red. So 2 white and 1 red. So we're going to leave that white behind, switch over to our red, and put a red here. And then we're going to switch over to our navy. And then we're going to put 1 navy here, and then we're going to finish this row out with 4 blue and a navy at the end. Switching over to blue. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Put a navy at the end, and we'll be done. Okay, so that is row 35, and you should have 15 squares in row 35. And this is what our hat's looking like right now. Looking cool. All right. So go to 36. Chain 1 and turn. And let's start out our square with our navy. And then we need to switch over to blue and put 4 blue in. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we need 2 red, 1 white, and 3 red here. So here's 2. And switching over to our white, put 1 white in here. And then back to the red. And now we need 3 red, but this white can stay behind. We don't need that white anymore. So let's do 3 red here. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And then we need to switch over to our navy blue. And we're going to finish this row off with a navy, a blue, and a navy. You should only have 3 more stitches left. 3 more squares left. So there's the navy, the blue, and the navy. And there we have it. So that is row 36. We're almost done with that hat. Just a few more rows to go on the hat. Actually, 4 more rows. And we'll be finishing off that hat. Alright, chain 1 and turn for 37. And we'll start out with our navy. And then we need 1 blue, 1 navy after that. And then we're going to switch over to our red. So we need 2 red, 1 white, and 2 red in this row. So there's 1, 2, switching over to our white, so 1 white, we can leave that behind, bring in the red and do 2 more red. So there's 1, and 2, and then we need our navy. So we're leaving this red behind, and we need 1 navy here, and then switching over to our background color, blue. 3 blue and a navy will finish this up. So there's 1, 2, and 3. slip stitch there. All right, row 37 is done. 38 is next. Chain one and turn and start out with our navy. And then we need to switch over to blue and do 3 blue. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And then our navy here. And then we're going to switch over to red. And we're going to do 1 red and 2 white in this row. And then switching over to our white. So there's 1. Oh, wait a minute. I have to leave this red behind, because we're not going to need that red anymore. So there's 1 and 2, and then that white gets left behind, and now we need our navy. And now we need 2 navy, 2 navy, 1 blue, and 1 navy, and that's going to finish off this row. Wait a minute. Oh my goodness, I left that blue way back there. I need that blue. Oh goodness. Hang on, let me finish off this white. Was it 2 white? Yeah, 2 white. Now I need the navy. And then we need 2 navy. 1 blue and 1 navy. Oh, wait a minute. There's something wrong with this. I've only got 1 stitch left. Did I do that right? Alright, so there's 1 and then 3. Did I skip a stitch? Yep, right there. I'll tell you what, I can't win for nothing today. All right. So now we're going to switch over to the white, leaving the red behind. This is the stitch that I missed. There we go. We got her now. All right. Oh, goodness. All right, so we have two navy, a blue, and a navy. Uh, all right, so there is 38 rows. We're going to chain one and turn, and then we have to slip stitch in the next two stitches. Starting with our navy and switching over to blue, we need two blue next. So one, and two, and then we need to switch back over to the navy. And we need one navy, and then we need to switch over to the white, and we need one white. This is our last one in white. I'll be cutting that off. All right, and then we're going to switch over to the red. And we need two red. I bet. Let's leave that white behind. And we'll put two red in here. So there's one and two. And then we're going to switch back over to our navy. And we need no, we're not switching over to navy. We're switching over to blue. Oh, come on. All right. Let's switch over to our blue. we need 3 blue and a navy, and that'll finish off this row. So there's 3 blue, and now we'll switch over to our navy. And there, I'll put navy in the last stitch here. And that's 39. Alright, so row 40, chain 1 and turn. We are going to actually cut off this white because it's done. Yes. I'll get that out of there. Okay, now we're in row 40, and in row 40, you should be down to 10 squares. Starting out with our navy blue and switching over to our blue. In 40, we are needing 2 blue. So there's 1. And 2. Switching back to our navy. We need 1 navy here. And then we need to switch to our red and put 1 red in. And this is the last of the red as well. We'll cut that off at the end of this row. So then we're going to switch over to navy, and we need to put 2 navy in. So there's 1, and 2, and then we need 2 blue and a navy to finish this off. And there's 2. And there's our navy. Alright, and then we, that was 40. You should have 10 squares on row 40. So 41, we're going to chain 1 and turn, and we're actually going to cut that red off. And get that out of there. Alright. Alright, so we are going to slip stitch in the first 2 and start our square in the third and start out with our navy. And then we're going to switch over to blue. We are down to 2 colors now. This is going to be easy peasy from here on out. So now we need 3 blue, Switching over to our navy, we need 2 navy. And I do believe we just finished up this hat. And then 2 blue and a navy should finish off this row. Alright, and that is 41. Alright, so 42. We're going to chain 1 and turn in row 42. We're going to slip stitch in our first 2 stitches and start with our navy blue. And in this row, we're going to do 6 blue in between the navies. So we need 6 blue across here. And there. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There you go. Alright, so that's 42, 43. Chain 1 and turn. And 43, you're going to do 5 blue in between the navies. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then our navy at the end. Alright, 44. So 44, we're going to have 4 blue in between the 2 navies. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then switching over to our navy to finish off the row. Chain 1 and turn. All right, in 45, we're going to have 3 blue in between navies. And you're also going to have only 5 squares in row 45. So we are finishing this up. We've only got 4 more rows to go, and it'll be done. So there's 1, 2, and 3. All right, so 45 is done. 46. We need 2 blue between the navies. Down to 4 squares. All right, 47. This is the last row we're using the blue. We only need 1 blue between the 2 navies. So you should have 3 squares in this row. Chain 1 and turn for 48. So let's cut off this blue because we are not needing it anymore. And we can get it out of there. All right. Down to 1 color. Yay. All right, so we're going to slip stitch up until the 3rd stitch here. And we need 2 navy blue in here. So there's 1. And 2. And then slip stitch here. And then 49. You're only going to put 1 navy blue at the top once you get there, that 3rd stitch. And that is our last corner. And then we can cut that off. I love cutting off colors. All right. All right, so let's look at our hat. Oh my goodness, look at that. That is so cool. All right, so that worked out really well. That's really good. Okay, so Now I am going to sew all my ends in, and then we'll be back to do the border on this. All right, so this is our American hat, all finished. Looking good. All right, and this is the front of our hat. All right, and this is the back. So um, I guess it really doesn't matter what is the front and the back, and you could choose which one you want. But I am going to start with the back facing me. And then I'm going to start up at this corner. So this is our diamond, right? And these are the long sides. These two sides here are the long sides of our diamond. And um, I'm starting at the top of it in up here. All right, and then we're going to chain one, and we're going to make sure we've got to put 2 half double crochets in this corner up here. All right, so we're going to work our way down here, and we're going to put a half double crochet in this next stitch down. And then this set of this set here of 3, you're putting a half double crochet in each one of those. And the next set you see is going to be of 2 stitches. Then put a half double crochet in each one of those. So it goes 3 2 3 2 all the way down. And you just do that until you get to the next corner. I'm going to finish mine offline, and I will see you at the end of this side. All right, so we're down at the other end, and in this corner here, we're going to put 2 half double crochet, chain 2, and 2 half double crochet in there. All right, and now we're going to go down a short side. And oh, by the end of the long side, you should have anywhere from 58 to 60 stitches. The short side, 48 to 50 stitches. So there's a stitch right here that we use to go through we put all 3 stitches in there. You're going to put a half double crochet in there. And then you'll see a double next, and we're going to put 2 around that double. And then right here is a space. Right after the double, there's a space there, and then there's that stitch again. So you put a half double crochet in that. And then there's the double again. So it's 2, 2, 2 in each section instead of the 3. So, and you'll go all the way down, making sure that you put 2 half double crochet, chain 2, and 2 half double crochet in the corners, and go all the way around it. And I will be back to show you round 2 of this border. Alright, so here is round 2 of this border. We're going to chain 1, and we're going to put 2 half double crochets in this corner. And then we're going to go in the back loop only and half double crochet down the sides. So just like before, it is 2 half double crochet, chain 2, and 2 half double crochet in each corner, but we are going to put a half double crochet in all to the back loop only. all the way around that way. Okay, so I'm going to do round 2, and I will be back to show you round 3. Okay, so row 3, we're going to chain 1. You're going to turn so that the front is facing you now. And you can see that this little design on the front of our border. So in the corner, we're going to put 3 single crochets. And then down the sides, you're just going to go into the back loop only and just single crochet into them. And then make sure that you put 3 single crochets in every corner. So it'll look like this all the way around when it's done. You can see that. All right, and yeah, I'm going to finish mine. I want to thank you guys for watching. Have a great day, and bye bye now.